Hello everyone and welcome to Through the Ranks with Ty. I'm Ty. Nice to meet ya. This is a short and sweet series about just me playing ranked. I am Silver 3 currently, hoping to get higher, having some decent enough luck with that. And I am a support and a top main, and today I'm bringing you Nami gameplay and commentary. If you've never played Nami or never seen a Nami, you're not the only one. She's kind of underplayed. But I'm here to tell you why that's wrong, and why you should play Nami, because she is fantastic. The reason Nami is fantastic is 1, Q. You might see it, even though the footage is sped up. It's her Aqua Prison. That is what makes or breaks a Nami. If you land them, you are the best support in the world. If you don't land them, then you need to go back to playing Tarek. I am sorry, because you really need to be able to land these stuns if you want to play Nami. Her W is where things start to really fall apart. It's a really high cost heal, and it bounces from one person to an enemy and then back to a person, or bounces from an enemy to an ally back to another enemy, depending on who you cast it on first. And unless you get at least one bounce, then it's really not worth the mana cost. If you're using W just to heal somebody, it's not gonna work. And Pro Bubble! Moving on. That's where people start to really fall out with liking Nami, because her W is kind of lame unless you can get perfect bounces, and it's kind of short range, so you put yourself in danger when you do that. Her E, you are not going to see unless you look really closely. It's right there on Caitlyn. You see those 3 little bubbles on Caitlyn? That's Nami's E. Most people don't even realize she has an E. It's like Skarner E. No one uses it. No one sees it. It makes Caitlyn's next 3 auto attacks deal bonus damage while also slowing. I'm not sure if the slow stacks or refreshes. Either one. The slow's pretty lame, honestly. It's like 12%. Oh my gosh. But this is all made better by the fact that Nami has a fantastic passive, which whenever she hits an ally with one of her spells, even if you hit somebody with like your stun, if I were to target Caitlyn with my stun, she wouldn't be stunned. She would actually get bonus movement speed because I hit her with it. And that's what really brings Nami together, is this bonus movement speed, because people can move really fast. It's like plus 40 movement speed now. She's been buffed so much lately. And on that, her ult. Her ult has been buffed twice since her release. Mana cost reduced, ranged increased, it's all crazy. Her ult is that she just washes everybody away. Crazy stuff. Knocks everyone up, slows them down, does tons of damage. It's great teamfight initiation. And it has stupidly long range. Like, me standing at the tower there, I could hit Soraka over on the far side of the bush. Speaking of, this is a Nami Caitlyn lane. You don't see Nami Caitlyn lanes very often because, I don't know, no one really knows who Nami works best with. But it's not really Caitlyn. Caitlyn's really aggressive, but Nami has so many mana issues. If you've noticed at all in this video, I've been out of mana the entire time. And no matter what I try, oh gosh. I highly recommend Chalice of Harmony on her, maybe into Mikhail's Crucible. But at least the Chalice or something, because the mana issues are so huge. So this Graves Soraka lane. You didn't see Graves Soraka lanes once Season 2 ended. It used to be all the rage. It used to be the thing to do in Season 2. You get Graves, you get Soraka, and you just win the lane. Because Graves gets tons of free armor and magic resist from his passive. Soraka gets free magic resist from her passive, as well as free armor from her heal. And you just have this incredibly tanky lane. So they have an amazing lane set up with Graves and Soraka, and we have an okay lane set up with Caitlyn and Nami. Mainly because we don't really have much synergy. I can land an Aqua Prison on somebody, and then she can land her Q. And I can fire off my ult, and we can hope to land with her ult. That was beautiful. Well done, Graves. Well done. I think Soraka actually was mid-casting her ult there to save her own life, but Caitlyn's bullet hit her right before the cast animation finished. So this lane hasn't been going great. Thankfully, all the other lanes have. Mainly because Nami's greatest weakness is her mana issues. Yeah, it's just, you can't do much, honestly. And I was checking the cooldown on the ult because I just fired it off for no reason, and I'm like, did I really just fire it off like that? But it's got a pretty low cooldown, all things considered, and it's got a really small mana cost, and I got the barrier off on him. I don't know if we were actually going to kill him if he stood there. He could have just stood there and probably lived, but that's what I did, okay? I did it. And it's got a low cooldown, so it's perfectly fine. But, oh my gosh, my mana. This is the only problem with Nami. I've just been under half mana all game, and there's not much I can really do about it. She's got some pretty wicked mana regen, and you can run plenty of mana regen in your runes and masteries, but it's still so much. You need a chalice or something on her, which thankfully is completely legit now, because the chalice now builds into Mikhail's Crucible, which is a really great item. You know, if I have Mikhail's Crucible there, Nasus gets stunned by Morgana ult, I can heal and cleanse off the Morgana ult, and he can just keep fighting, or I can cleanse off with a Morgana binding or something. But this fight's not going very well because I have no mana. I can't do anything. And this is Nami's problem. She doesn't do anything when she's out of mana. Thresh? Thresh hits so hard. Thresh has tons of auto attack damage because of his E. Oh my gosh. And Tarek, at least he's bringing like an armor buff or something. Nami, no mana, you're not doing anything. Anything. So the lane didn't go all that great. We were getting our butts kicked until Talon finally came down and saved our butts. But Nami is a wonderful support to have. This may not be the best demonstration for that, but she has so much wonderful team fight with that ult. That ult, I can go on and on about how good her ult is, because it's got so much range. I cast it on a Tristana, and she jumped out of the way, and it still reached her to where she jumped and knocked her up, and we still killed her. It's brilliant. And of course, did we didn't kill anyone there. Huh. What do you know? But of course, me complaining about the mana issues, I'm already out of mana again. Granted, I fired my ult, but that's not the point. I'm here to complain. No, I'm here to tell you how good Nami is, but I haven't really done that yet. That's a problem. Oh well. But Nami has a range stun. I believe it is more range than Tarek's stun, on top of being AoE and dealing a lot of damage. It is, you can stun an entire team with a well-placed stun. Or you can just have Talon come in and, you know, win the lane for you. Either way, that's why there are 3 lanes. You know, one lane loses, the other 2 can help out.
Afraid to get your feet wet.
So I went for the standard support build. You know, if you don't know how to play support, then I should probably explain that to you. You start off with a fairy charm, a pink ward, 2 green wards, and 2 potions of your choice, either health or mana, but you can't get both because you're running out of item spaces if you got the proper support masteries. You know, which gives you the total biscuit of regeneration and the special sight ward. Perfect. Just perfect. She probably would have still died, but, you know, land in the bubbles. Landing the bubbles is what makes or breaks a good Nami, because I have gotten entire teams in one bubble, and then I follow up with my ult, and they all die, because that is the perfect team fight initiation. Everybody gets stunned, stunned again, and then slowed, and there's no way to get out. It's also really good for disengaging. That just hit all 3 of them. They're all slowed, and I'm probably going to die here. All honesty. Zen dodge my thing. I would have died if Graves didn't derp off and go farm. If he was actually trying to stop me. Look at that. That was beautiful. The bonus movement speed. The bonus movement speed. I was not where I should have been because I was moving faster. And the bonus movement speed helps me get it away. Yeah, I would have died there if Graves just didn't forget about us and go CSing. And Elise goes to deny herself.
Dominating.
But still, Nami OP, because I totally should have died there. But I just, you know, plus 40 movement speed, guys. It's good stuff. And do I have boots of mobility now? Please tell me I have. No, this is just 2 times speed. It makes me look like I have boots of mobility. I wish I had boots of mobility. They're great on Nami because you just move so fast. And she's got a wonderful run animation. If you ever get to see her move really fast, it's like she's swimming through the rift. I was talking about support build. You get the Fairy Charm, and that builds into Philosopher's Stone, and that is the bread and butter support item. That is the support item you want on every support known to man, is Philosopher's Stone, because it starts off with a great item, the Fairy Charm, which gives you tons of mana, on top of turning into the Philosopher's Stone, which gives you free gold. And how do you turn down free gold on a character who doesn't get any gold ever? That gold is going to pay for every ward you could ever have and will carry you throughout the game. Next is kind of your choice. A lot of people opt for a Sightstone or Cage's Lucky Pick. If you go for the Cage's Lucky Pick, you get the free AP, you hit a lot harder, and you get more gold. And you pretty much spend all that extra gold you get on, buying more wards. As opposed to with Sightstone, you don't have to spend much money on wards anyway. I personally don't like Sightstone. I feel like it doesn't give enough wards, and I have to go back to base a lot for, all that stuff. Plus, you still need, vision wards and oracles and stuff. So I personally prefer to opt for the Philosopher's Stone Cages build, and then just buy all the wards I need. A lot of people may disagree. I don't blame them. Sightstone's really good, but I personally don't like it, so you shouldn't take my word on this. You should make the decision for yourself and see if you personally like the Sightstone or the me ruining my KD. 0 deaths until Graves gets that perfect shot off. And they almost turn this around. They get a really good team fight off, but they don't have the oomph to actually take us out because, yeah, we're 11k gold ahead of them. If you spectate a lot of games like I do, you start to realize that once you're 10,000 gold ahead of your opponent, you've pretty much won. There's really not anything they can do about this. And they come in for the cleanup.
Blue team double kill.
Lower league replay, of course. Derps on me because I revive. And do we win here? Oh gosh, I need to wrap this up then. Yes. You get the Sightstone, and then you can build into Mikhail's Crucible, you can build into Cage's Last Breath, you can build into Runic Bulwark. There are so many wonderful items that you can choose as a support, and you need to personally pick which ones you like best. This has been Ty, and I will talk to you guys later.